Okay, hello.
Hi.
Y- Stella may be a little hard to hear. Where are you? Hi.
See,
You are,
we say that, and yet,
you're currently blue.
yes, as are you.
Okay, our skins didn't save.
Nah, I don't think they ever do.
So,
Um,
we decided that we are going to kind of do a Q&A. Let people ask us questions, and in the meantime, do some, really just, admittedly low effort, relaxing,
mhm.
uh, power wash sim.
And in between, if we don't get anything, I made the idea to read some "Am I the Asshole" Reddit threads because I don't know about y'all, but there's something about just hearing some of these crazy just situations that you'll run into whenever you I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. uh well, no, I'm not, because otherwise it wouldn't be so popular. But there's times I'll literally stop scrolling through TikTok just to hear the entire story, because I don't know, there's something intriguing about that kind of stuff, so I can't. It's like I have to see what is it that made somebody put that specific story up. It just But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day at the base. So,
And if not, hopefully some, low energy power wash sim will help make the day better.
absolutely.
So I do need to turn the game audio up a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. It
Um.
was so low that the sound of the nozzle wasn't coming through.
Oh my goodness. Really? Yeah. Well, we got a couple. I guess pick a number, maybe. Seeing as
Eight,
we don't have any questions just yet.
eight,
1 through 5.
three.
3. Oh, this one's a little lengthy too. So,
Well, let's do a shorter one for the first one then.
um, we'll start with 5 then. Okay, why not? Start there and work our way around. All right. Am I the asshole for getting so angry at my family over my wife's surgery?
Okay, interesting way to
They,
start the question. But
yep.
what's the story?
So they start off by saying, I say wife, but we separated about a month ago. So they're not
Okay.
even technically together. With that said, she just found out she needs major surgery where she will be bedridden for the most part for 8 to 12 weeks. Our kids
Oof.
range from 2 to 15. And if she gets in for surgery before her divorce is final, I can take FMLA at least be there for her. Anyways, I've been living with my family again since we separated, and they are badgering me to just let her flounder, but it's not like this is just her not working and failing. This is either I help her so her internal stitches don't pop from helping our kids, or she doesn't get the surgery because she has no help. I tried
Yikes.
telling them that she and I might have fallen out of love, but that doesn't stop me from caring about my best friend for the last 16 years. She was my best friend before we even started dating. When they wouldn't listen to me, I got pissed and told them if they wouldn't respect my kids' mom, then they didn't need to see them or me anymore. And now they're even more pissed. Am I the asshole for drawing the line? I mean, it would be one thing if she and I separated under bad terms, but we kind of just drifted apart and realized we were better off not being together anymore.
Hmm. Well,
Thoughts?
well, you're the one who read, so do you want to give your thoughts first, or do you want to hear mine first?
I'll hear yours first.
I don't think the guy's an asshole. I mean, I maybe he didn't have to snap and set that line that fast, but also it sounds like the family was, kind of badgering him a little. It could be that it was a lot worse than it was sounded. The family was a lot more persistent, a lot more hateful. Because already just the line to let her flounder, that didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking the same thing. I was like, what the hell did this woman do to them? Considering the husband said, no, we didn't end on bad terms.
We just
Th-
decided
And
that we weren't good together anymore.
yeah, and granted, even if he had decided to do this and they didn't, because let's be honest, that still would have been kind of a conundrum because those are your kids. Yes, you would be letting your wife, your whatever ex lover that you're now in a bad relationship with flounder, but you're making your kids suffer because of it too. So
Yeah,
not only are they like they're like trying to encourage this, they're trying to encourage pain for the kids, which that boggles my fucking mind.
same. I
Just
didn't even think of
especially
that
when
yet.
it's not it's look they didn't even say how many kids, but when they're ranging from 2 to 15, bro, like you've got literal toddlers you're like wanting to have no good care for. Like, no.
No,
It's not like she was like taking him to court for money or some shit. No, they were like, no, no, this isn't working. Which, that's to be said, there's something to be said on that, considering how many stories I've seen where people are like, oh, I can't do this anymore. And then you hear Reddit threads like this, where instead of separating amicably, they go and they cheat. So the fact that the family members are kind of just, I, mm, just that very much just leaves a very bad taste in my mouth for the family. Let me see what some of the comments said on this. Let's see. Not the asshole. You're doing the right thing for your kids by calling your lawyer and putting a hold on the divorce. You can take FMLA and there for the family while she recovers. You're doing it for the kids and their mother. Divorce doesn't need to be acrimonious. It's better for all when it's amicable. I bet your kids will remember this down the road and realize what you did. They may not comprehend it right now in its significance,
I mean the
but
older
when they are
ones.
adults and have relationships, they will have a shining example. It's really that. It's and doesn't look like there's an update, but it also looks like it came just about a day ago. So,
I
so
would.
there's
I think I'd be concerned if there was an update already.
believe it or not, it's happened. It happened.
I believe it.
So, all right.
So
Um,
yeah, again, for I mean, you pointed out different reasons than I even thought of. Like I should have thought about the kids. My bad. But I mean, just they're still. If he's like, she's still my best friend. It's just we're not good together anymore. Like
just just because you're not together anymore does not mean yeah, I'm gonna totally fuck up your life. What the fuck? What kind of mentality is that? God, no wonder people like say fuck other people because there's people like that that just are like, no, it's not about they don't want to be a part of the team anymore. Fuck them. And you know what? It makes me wonder: did she like? Was it just the husband that she was tired of, or was she tired of his family too?
I mean, from the sounds of it, I'd be tired of that family too.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you've got kids, so it's not like that's gonna go away. But in the same sense,
I mean, there are some people who just walk away from family as if they're not the children aren't there anymore. That's
yes.
not unheard of.
But that's not what's happening here. And like she's taking care of the kids. Like, come on.
And I'm sure he was still going to be a part of the kid's life, even if the surgery and the divorce and all that stuff hadn't, happened.
Yeah, there's gonna be co-parent. That there's no fucking doubt about that.
No, that sounds like they would be able to work out co-parenting very maturely.
Yeah, and frankly, I probably would have done the same thing as he did. Um, moving on to the next one. My girlfriend told me she's leaving if I don't marry her in 9 months. Okay, this could go either way. Um,
Okay, I'm already seeing a potential issue here, but let's hear it out.
yeah, yeah. Um, folks, last post. What? This had a part. Wait. There was a part one?
This isn't even part one that you found?
What? Hold on. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so
so the initial
what's the initial am I the asshole question?
it's a breakup because I won't pour out my whiskey. Am I the asshole?
Um, okay, well, I mean, why does she want the guy to pour out the whiskey? Let's hear the story.
It's very short. I'm just gonna say that right now. Yeah, 21-year-old guy here. I drink pretty rarely, the past month maybe twice. And I mean a couple shots, maybe three. Nothing too crazy.
More than me, and I consider myself a rare drinker.
But in the pool, I don't think that's. In the pool, man, it hits the spot. Man, oh man. Who says man, oh man? Anyways, yeah, so my girlfriend saw that I had a bottle of whiskey on my shelf, unopened, by the way. She tells me that she doesn't feel comfortable with me having it. Yeah, I know, pretty weird, right? Or is this normal to other people? Turns into an argument. I'm like, what? She can't be serious. Then I explain to her that I don't even drink like that. She says she doesn't feel comfortable and then goes, it's fuck my feelings, right? I'm like, look, you're being immature. I won't drink without letting you know. Gosh, I know, right? Don't rub this one in. I am pretty tired tonight, so I say, look, I don't want to argue about this. I just want you to trust me. I need you to let me make my own decisions. She goes, so you're choosing a bottle of whiskey over our relationship. Then she blocks me.
What?
What do you think?
Okay, well,
Edit. Guys, she and her family do not drink. She has one margarita and she's out. Not a past alcoholic, just a control freak. Wow. First off, that's not great that you're calling your well at this point, as we can see from the more recent update, that apparently she's your ex. But control freak, and
yeah.
you're not even asked like you don't. You obviously think it's weird that she's acting like this in the first place. She like just because you've had a couple shots, which I don't know, because I don't know how. Just because you say it's a couple, I've also been there where people have also, stretched the truth on that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not going to say either or and judge it as such. I'm just going to base it off of what you're talking about. And in this case, she's acting weird. Why is she acting like this? Maybe that should have been the first thing to come to mind instead of, oh, she's a control freak. What?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that he was like, oh, she's being a control freak, because I'm already judging him for that. I'm
Yeah.
going to be 100% honest there.
See, and then like where he's like talking about, I'm like, look, you're being immature, and he's like, I know, rub that one in. Like he knows he's fucking wrong when he said that, but then he goes on to be like, she's just a control freak. No, it sounds like you are not wanting to look into the actual problem, which was it's more than the drink, and that was kind of obvious.
So, as someone who does rarely drink, I'm going to say I don't. If he had handled the situation better, I don't think he would have been the asshole. It comes down to his attitude and how he behaved, in my opinion. I need a step stool because that big thing is not working. But
Yep. And then we come to the next post, and he's like, for my last post, I guess she broke up with me. She told me recently that if I don't plan on marrying her in 9 months, to let her know right now so she can leave and find someone else. Now, this might sound crazy to you all, but I'm in flight school. I'm also separately enrolled in college, so I'm not ready for marriage quite yet. I explained this to her, and I also mentioned how we have been together 3 months.
Three
What?
months?
Okay, why was this not in the initial?
Yeah, okay.
Why was this not in the initial?
That changes things.
That changes a lot. Yeah, no. That behavior's a little now I'm just kind of like, no, that was a little controlling. See, see, if it were more like, um, if it were more, okay, you've been together 4 or 5 years, and you have where you drink, you take a drink, and she just suddenly starts acting up instead of, you know, talking it through because she's having a hard time articulating herself or something, whatever. But you missed a crucial detail, my guy. 3 months. 3 months. And then she's wanting to get married by your 1 year. She knows you're in a long term. Has there been other incidents? I'm also separately enrolled in college. Explain this to her. In my own personal opinion, 9 more isn't enough. See, and that's the thing with people. Different people have different time frames
Yeah,
for when they're ready. Granted, this is on a case to case by basis. If you're stuck in a relationship where you feel you should have been married already and they're not committing, you guys probably aren't.
probably not.
Just that is more what I see. And these people, I get into relationships with people who, like, 8, 9 years down the line, like the one was ready to get married right away and the other was not. You guys probably aren't a match, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's something you guys differ in. If you that is something that is important to you and you're able to
Yes.
feel like you're ready, but they're not, and you really want that, there is nothing wrong with being like, okay, this isn't working out. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't.
And I say this on both the male and the female side. Like, granted, you see a lot of times where women will just. You see a lot more women that stay with men for a long time that never propose or anything like that, but I digress. It happens on both sides.
Yeah,
So, granted, of course, that also. Oh, we've been dating since we were 13. That's a little different. A little different.
a little.
Um,
In this situation, I don't think the way he handled the situation was him being an asshole, but the woman was being very controlling for how short of a time they worked together.
yeah,
So
like,
they're both in the wrong here. Him for how he treated it, and her for you don't be with somebody for 3 months and then think you can dictate their life. Also, we don't know if she has any personal grievances against drinking. Just know her family doesn't, and that she's a extreme lightweight. So there's also probably a part of the story we don't and we'll never know.
yeah. In this case, it doesn't sound like she's really right for you, man. Just that was probably a good thing that she blocked you. I wouldn't pursue it if she came back,
Mm-mm.
but that's me. I'm also a woman, so I can't say on a man's mind. So,
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't.
but yeah,
Unless it's
just
really good.
it's like I said, that one had layers. That one had layers to it. So, um, so let's get out. And ooh, this one's a long one. Okay, we got the next one. Am I the asshole for wanting to divorce my husband and everyone in my family is telling me not to?
I
Hmm.
Alright. Well, I mean, if he hasn't done anything wrong, yes, but let's hear the story. Because these tiles could be very misleading.
Well, Well, in the same sense, what if it's back to, um, oh, it's just not working out.
Well, okay, that's fair, but again, we don't know the story. He could either have done something wrong, it's not working out, or she's just, I don't know, maybe she's being selfish. Let's find out.
I don't know. Hold on. Get my preliminary cheese in. Alright. I, 38 female, and my husband, 41 male, have been together for 12 years and married for 10. We have an 8-year-old daughter, and I want to leave him. The problem is because it's not over anything dramatic. So my family are extremely stiff. I'm Korean American, second generation, and my husband is first generation. Ooh. Ooh, this might actually have to do with some what is it called? Cultural.
Cultural.
Mm-hmm. Especially second gen. God. God. Lord knows if her parents followed the original traditional way, she's kind of breaking away from that. I not.
Yeah, let's see where it goes.
Yeah, sorry. Breaking open a new drink.
Fair enough. Two things. Could you get me one?
Yes. Do you want cherry, or do you want one of the strawberry?
I had cherry earlier, so I'll probably strawberry. Also, if you could get the blockade up.
Yeah. Considering how much talking's happening. Just bored.
Also, I like how you and I, we never plan. We don't plan how we're going to tackle things in Power Simulator. It always seems to work out that Stella goes for the smaller things, like windows, more detail-oriented things, and I usually go for the large projects, like how I'm working on fountain, on the fountain pedestal.
I mean,
and then I'll be working on fountain surroundings.
Look, granted, this is probably easier to do while I'm reading these off.
Well, yes, but even if you weren't reading, this is usually how we end up doing things.
Yeah, that's true. So. In Korea, men do zero housework. Okay.
Okay.
My friends who are immigrants are shocked any man does any housework. Probably some friends that are also first gen, second gen.
Yeah.
I'm raised more. I raised more in an equal family. My parents are both doctors. Both do some of the housework, but my mom definitely does more. I didn't live in a big city for medical doctors and for medical school and residency, so honestly, my husband was one of like 10 Korean men my age. My ex was white, and I loved him. Also a medical student. But my parents refused to let me marry him because he wasn't Korean.
Oh,
no.
No.
Please don't tell me this is.
This is probably going exactly where it sounds like it's going.
I hope not. I really regret it. I married my husband because my parents wanted it, and he was close by and the right age. Don't get along. He was raised very traditional and wasn't expected to ever wash a plate. He's by Western standards pretty sexist. Oh. Okay. But life was okay until he was laid off 2 years ago because he was busy. And so I felt like I had to do all the housework. He was in the tech industry, but worked on something that been deprecated and had a hard time finding new work. Oh god, I know that struggle. He made 6 figures in it. Oh! He made 6 figures in his previous role, but now struggles to make the same. we could move, but he refuses to as to be close to his family. His family really doesn't like me as I'm an emergency room doc and have and oh, I think they mean they're on call,
Yeah.
which that shit's hard. Um, as somebody who had a parent that that worked in the emergency room for um my
Oh,
entire high school career, and then 2 years into college, yeah, no, I that shit ain't that shit ain't nothing to fuck around with. Um, his family really doesn't like as a doc and on call, so I sometimes can't be home to tuck my child in. He never did any housework before the layoff, and now he still doesn't. But maybe because I let it go for so long, he thinks because I want him to do it now is me looking down on him
ooh,
now that he isn't working, because he sees it as demeaning him. That's not at all what that is. Oh my god.
no.
My mother in law was a stay at home mom her whole life and doesn't believe a career and motherhood go together. However, everyone knows I make the most, and now all of the money. And it makes her hate me because she likes her son. She feels like her son is being emasculated. Why did you raise a sexist son? How about that?
Culture, culture standards.
I know, but
We're of a different culture, so this one's going to be a little hard to judge.
yeah, I know. Okay. So, and he feels like that too, so he puts me down about how I'm a bad mother when I go to shifts that require him to be at home with our daughter. I think he might be suffering from depression, but he and his family don't believe in mental health, and he's yelled at me for suggesting a therapist. Last straw was last weekend. I came home after a conference. The house was a mess. My daughter had only eaten McDonald's and frozen pizzas because my husband refused to cook. I bought all the ingredients and it was extremely simple to make a fried rice. I even
This,
cooked the rice. Oh my god.
you're telling me this shrimp couldn't even fry rice?
Nope. That.
I'm sorry, that was me.
Oh my god, man.
I actually, I'm the asshole.
Yeah, hey. Even though I was on for 60 plus hours, I do all the cooking, cleaning, and most of the childcare as I pick her up at school. I will admit I was against divorce until my friend divorced. Suffered a pretty toxic marriage for 15 years and divorced 2 years ago. Good for her. She's so much happier now and tells me it's way better than being with her ex. I want to leave, but my family is extremely against it, as no one in my family is divorced, and it is seen as extremely taboo. They say I will ruin my child if I do. My parents told me they won't help me do anything if I leave because I'm shaming them. I'm torn, but I can't stand this anymore. And I've told my husband at least 4 times I want a divorce. He says he has no idea why I want it when I spell it out in bullet points what he needs to do to make things right. Then he just ignores them and complains I'm mad. My mom is always telling me I must not be communicating, but I have many times, and I'm just ignoring. Am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not.
God, no. No. I mean, okay. Again, we have to remember it's a little harder to judge this one because uh are we read hi, I'm alive. What makes more sense? Yeah. Also, my chat only just now caught up with everything. Yeah, we are doing a Ask Us Anything, and in between questions, and while waiting, we are doing our Am I the Asshole stories on Reddit. Uh, this person, again, it's hard, 100% hard to judge because different culture upbringings to a degree and all that fun stuff. However, I do feel like she's not the asshole in general. I mean, the
I feel
dude
she's fine.
the dude can't even make fried rice after she's basically fried the rice for him.
I'm
Like that's a new level of kind of pathetic.
I will also say that's kind of a like where she was trying to get him help. That wasn't like going for a low blow, but
Nah,
going
I
at
would
the
be depressed if I lost a six-figure job. The fuck?
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I get it, but like I can also get her being so sick and tired of it all.
Yeah. I don't think she's the asshole.
She's definitely not. And frankly, if she leaves, then so be it. The family's not going to be happy if she's happy. That's the unfortunate thing about this situation is that they're not going to be happy.
No.
But they're not really doing anything in the same sense to counteract his behavior. Even though they showed her growing up that it can be split. Even if it's like 60-40, 70-30, whatever. It can be done.
Oh, definitely.
And to show that and then tell your kid, no, you have to do it this way.
Power through the bullshit.
Yeah.
I've yeah, no, that does not sit well with me.
Yeah, and it looks like
Like,
they deleted their immediately after.
oof,
So there's no way that we're gonna get an update on this.
no. But
That's just sad.
yeah, no, the way I see it is the parents. Now, if the parents were also traditional, but she grew up accepting more Western concepts on of her own accord, she
Mm-hmm.
still would not be the asshole by our standards. But it would be a little more understandable why the parents are acting the way.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is that she her parents were kind of modern to a degree. They don't have an excuse for letting that behavior slide.
Not even modern. They were willing to accept the culture that they had moved in. But then when they had a child, they did not want her to do the same.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where the rub is.
You answer the Borland movie. Let me solve that.
Yeah.
Thank you. The notification has not come in on OBS yet.
It showed up on Twitch. Thank you. Or
Oh, there it goes.
there it goes.
That reminds me, I've seen those like Dragon Ball memes where it's like, Vegeta, let's go fight where there's no people, and it's a movie theater with Borderlands on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
It's just
god.
ow.
Oh.
We've in this year we've had a box office movie. Like I'm pretty sure I saw awards for Deadpool and Wolverine where it was the number one grossing box office R-rated film.
Yeah.
Just period. It straight up broke that record.
Yes. It beat out Passion of the Christ.
Oh, that was before this new statement that I saw. So it just kept selling. But then we also have the worst box office in history.
Ah. Yeah.
I'm just randomly sending you mats because I know Stella sent all the mats you needed for my gear, but I'm trying to pre-mat you up for the next gear set.
Who?
Green machine.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah. Not a lot of mats, but I just, just trying to help with something with next cycle.
Or at least to be utilized.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. Good God, I do not want to see the border. As somebody who is,
Oh,
yeah, it's raining.
we might lose power and lose stream.
I really fucking hope not. Nice. Well, I will say, we're still connected.
Yeah, I think we're still going. Bold of you to assume I'll remember I have those mats for you. They're just in general. Like, just, you know, so when the next list of when the next list of mats comes out, you can have it be like, oh hey, I just happen to have some mats.
Bold of you to assume she's done. She's still working on stuff.
I know, but still. It's just in general to help. Nothing extra I want. Yeah.
Get the next one up whenever we're ready. If we don't get any questions.
You're welcome. Yeah, no, if no one's got any questions here in about 15, 20 seconds, because I know we have a delay, we'll be moving on to the next Am I the Asshole? Also, what do people think about, PowerWash being the game that we play during and Ask Us Anything? It's a nice game.
Yeah, it feels like we can actually think.
Favorite hot drink? Glühwein. Now, most people probably don't know what Glühwein is, so I'm going to give an answer that people probably know.
Oh my god.
I like hot cocoa. I'm not a big on hot coffee. I prefer iced coffee. So that's where I like hot cocoa. Now, if anyone's curious, I can tell you all what Glühwein is. But it's good stuff.
God,
I mean, simulator games are good for general and chatty streams, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Because chocolate just feels basic. But it's also like the best hot drink. Like I can't, like I have to be. It goes back to where for some stuff, um, I can't do like
Favorite
certain things at certain times. Like I have to be in the mood for Chinese.
Fair enough.
But hot cocoa, I can always. If it's gonna be a hot drink, I can always.
I respect that. And also, Kingslayer chime in with hot apple cider. That's a great choice.
Yes.
It's not my favorite, but it's great.
Yes. I can like I can Okay. So
we do have another question lined up.
We do. I want to speak on the apple cider before we move on. I have where like I can drink it at first, but it's one of those drinks where it's like after so much, it's it it becomes overwhelming. So like, granted, it's not like Chinese food. It's not like hot coffee. I can drink it anytime, but I may not finish it. And that's the problem because I don't want to leave shit unfinished. It doesn't feel right. But yeah. Just wanted to say that. What is the next one?
Next one, and you get to answer first because I answered first the last time. Okay. Favorite mythological creature? Also, hey yo, I'm here from Neb.
Welcome. Oh God. God. Good chunk of fucking things. You know what? Something I always come back to because there's a bunch of different ones, but something about berries, just in general, is fascinating. The Fae is just a fascinating mythological creature, and you grow up with like, oh, dress in pink, all this, have little wings, they're so small and dainty and cute, and then you hear about the actual lore,
You hear about real fairies, the real fae folk.
and then you're just like, oh, oh, that's cool,
That's terrifying.
terrifyingly cool.
Yeah.
And then you can see how like if people don't go based off of exactly what like the modern day depiction for little kids or um or that they'll go for their own version of it and utilize some of the same mythological information like like honestly like in a way like 14 like with Shadowbringers and how they had the Fae in at least like granted there are a type of Fae in the source, but the way they have a whole ass kingdom led by one fairy that just goes fucking Megazord bullshit. That's fascinating. I love the concept. But anyways, your turn.
See, for me, that's a hard question to answer. Um, as to what my favorite mythological creature is, because I have a few that I really like. Like, for example, I really like dragons, and I blame that on Spyro.
I
Look, the original Spyro trilogy, not whatever came out after. Not talking
see
about that.
I have too many times where shit that I have to fight is dragons. And it went from, oh, they're so cool to, why is it always fucking dragons?
Fair. Counter argument. Get good.
You.
But honestly, I also think Chimera are pretty awesome. They're not one that you see too horribly often. Though I will have to agree, I think if I had to pick potentially any form of Fey folk. Not fairies, specifically Fey folk. Because I distinguish those as fairies being more in the realm of Tinkerbell, Fey folk being actual Fey. I make that distinction, even if it is technically incorrect. Dragons are. We've got answers about favorite uh, mythical creatures. Dragons are an absolute favorite, and Kingslayer has pointed out that they suffer from oversaturation in media, which I can agree with.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next question. Favorite comfort foods and drinks. Comfort food, mac and cheese, hands down.
If it's not mac and cheese, I guess it would just depend. Comfort food in like terms of quick heat up, hot, um, mac and cheese or mashed potatoes. I think falls under mine. There's something about mashed potatoes that's just warm and makes my belly all fuzzy and stuff like that.
I think that's called an allergic reaction.
It's not an.
As for favorite drink, iced coffee, preferably anything with French vanilla in it. I I really like my French vanilla coffee, which is, you can call that basic if you want, but French vanilla coffee's where it's at.
Um,
And no, Green Machine, you're not basic for liking dragons.
no. Um, if I were to look at old comfort food, what's it called? Fucking cookie dough bites.
Cookie dough bites? Oh, that's
Yeah,
a good one.
if I'm going for the cold ones. Um, as for a drink, honestly, anymore, and it has caffeine in it, which is fucking mind-boggling. Um, but the pink drink that I always get,
I see.
it's iced, it's sweet, it has strawberries in it. Just it's so fucking nice. And then when they're out of it and I have to get one of the other ones, I'm just like, it's not same. Just a strawberries and cream type of thing, where it's not over like not even the soda version.
Do not apologize, D. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. Put your questions in chat, otherwise we're going back to reading Get My The Asshole stories.
We do have some people, but given their sense on their favorite comfort foods and drinks. And, Polar Pops and gas station egg rolls, as someone who has both of those at my store, I can 100% say those are a great comfort food. At least as long as the egg rolls haven't been sitting on the warmer for too long.
You know what? A comfort food that I would go out of my way to buy is nachos. Dead ass. Doesn't matter where it's like, it has to be, and it's not just the dipping kind. Even though I really like getting like a thing of cheese and chips, when it's covered, that is like the fucking bomb to buy. That's like mac and cheese I have to make because there's a certain love that goes into making mac and cheese at home. Mashed potatoes too.
Especially if you use a whole block of Velveeta cheese and you partially cook the noodles first. So you make a layer of noodles and then a layer of cheese and then a layer of noodles and a layer of cheese, and you just keep doing that until the slow cooker crock pot for the oven's full. And then you cook it for like 10-15 minutes in the oven and stir that shit up. Oh, got yourself the best mac and cheese.
God, just or whenever like you have mac and cheese and then you add like the specialty cheese, if you have spare, you just let it melt in that little bit
Mm-hmm.
that you get. Oh my god. Yeah. And okay, I do want to specify when it comes to loaded nachos, I can't just do like there's places that just do like beef and fucking refried beans and cheese and that's it. Bitch. Bitch. Absolutely not. That is not loaded. Loaded has guacamole. Loaded has tomatoes. Loaded has other shit. That's not loaded.
What's COTL?
Oh, Cult of the Lamb.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
Still
has
not that, but I've looked at it.
it
There's
has
actually another game that I like saw just before stream that I mentioned to Adonis that we should look at because it's multiplayer and it's free. And it reminds me a little bit of Dreamlight, but not. It's got very good design. I thought was really
Dreamlight, but not so Nightmare Dark.
no. Shut up. No, you will dead ass. I think it's really cool.
Oh no, that doesn't. My joke doesn't diminish whether I think it's cool or not. Homemade chicken and rice all day. It's my grandmother's recipe, and nothing in a can could compare to it. That is valid and it sounds good.
It's absolutely bad. Let's see.
Oh, I missed over the ices. Ices is a great cold comfort drink, or because of its consistency, it could
Coke
also
icy.
be
Coke.
considered a food.
Got Coke frozen ices are amazing.
Let's see. Um, Yeah, I did not know Call of the Lamb had local co-op now. That is something to look at. Um,
So it's a game you have to pay for it,
yeah, but
kind of.
with the Steam couch co-op feature, only one of us would have to buy it.
That's if it goes with it.
It should. Okay, but
Would
you've
could.
talked comfort food, but have you talked comfort games? I'll consider that a question. Because no, we have not.
I've got a few. I've got a few.
I
You
forget who,
first, though.
I was about to say I forget who answered first last time.
Yeah, no, I. So your turn.
Uh, See, that's hard to answer because I don't really feel like I have a comfort game.
Fucking, I can feel two people staring through the screen at me.
Uh,
As if they think they know what's gonna come out my mouth, and it's like, no.
I feel like y'all wear your comfort games pretty openly.
Yeah?
My problem is I don't know what my comfort game is. I really like Stardew. Um,
Stardew's nice.
Stardew is a
But
really good chill game. This is chill. Uh, I think every once in a while I like to return to
wait.
no, I will not
No!
pray.
Of course, it's a joke.
Stella, Fortune's a crutch, not a comfort game. Oof.
Well, I wasn't gonna say it. So,
Um,
meh.
I will say, Kingdom Hearts is not a comfort game. Kingdom Hearts is a hurt game because you hurt when you play it.
Hearts is a game you play when you want.
But every once in a while,
Oh!
I like to return to Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the Sega Genesis, particularly that game. I have a lot of fond memories of playing that game with my mother. We would like if we bought like a Genesis collection or a Sonic collection for whatever the new console was that the family had. It had Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We would always try and make sure to go out of our way to play through it as Sonic and Tails
Mm-hmm.
and get all of the Chaos Emeralds and all of the Super Emeralds.
Um,
And it's nice. So every once in a while I like to return to it and, do it again. Sometimes I'll even do it for every combination of game of characters. Like I'll do it with just Sonic, Sonic and Tails, and just Knuckles. Just just because I can and makes me think of spending time with my mom.
um, so again, PowerWash is on there. Minecraft is nice every once in a while. Um,
Great comfort game until you run out of things to do.
well, that's when you have to restart. That's just, um, I like doing Dream at the moment because I think I just haven't caught up on it. Dreamlight's very good. Um, honestly, running through Lego, like the old Lego games, that's nice. Because it's never too hard of a challenge versus like
So that's hardcore Minecraft players.
I didn't say Minecraft. Lego.
You said Minecraft earlier.
Yeah,
Remember, there's a stream delay.
okay, fair. But I was talking about Lego.
Yes. But
Sir.
that's where the stream delay may not have been at.
Sir. Oh. Um
Just reading chat.
shh.
Shush yourself.
You got Lego games that can be really, really just um honestly, most simulator games are pretty same.
Although I don't think that Supermarket Simulator game is going to be all that relaxing.
We don't know. Don't know yet, and it's actually piquing my interest.
It is downloaded, by the way, for the people who that relates to. You know who you are.
Who you are? But now I will say, you make fun of me. Y'all have any guilty? Y'all know what my guilty pleasure is. Y'all know.
Love you.
Y'all know. Y'all know my guilty pleasure. Y'all have a guilty pleasure game. Bitch.
What kind of guilty are we talking here?
Yeah,
Like,
I guess that's more of the question. What kind of guilty pleasure?
allowed to be talked on stream or not? Because if not, I can covertly get the answer. But honestly.
Oh, good lord.
What? What? What?
Oh, good
Look,
lord.
uh, I for the guilty pleasure game that is allowed to be said on stream, probably,
Bruh.
bruh, yourself. I think that would be not the dirty kind of guilty pleasure, like so bad it's good or is secretly enjoyable kind of guilty pleasure. Um, okay. Yeah, for me, I feel like that would be. Ah, God. I need to think about that for a second. Do you have one in mind?
Um,
Because I think every game I play is peak, so I don't know if any of them are guilty pleasures. Actually, that's a lie. I literally have a folder in my Steam's game library called Mistakes.
me just pulling up to see if there's anything on my. I
FF
will
13.
say, I have a guilty. You know what? No, it's not a specific game, but I have a guilty pleasure for the really, really badly advertised games.
The Onatome games.
No,
Not even those, just like
no,
the
no. Like rent free or some of the ones where they're like really simple games and you have like runners and stuff like that. They're usually free games,
premium games.
kind of. They're usually the ones you see on Reddit or whatever, on like those Reddit videos or whatever. Granted, not what's it called? Subway Surfer. I had that phase back in middle school. I
I'm judging you.
You mean when it first came out? Part one?
Yeah.
Don't judge me. Um
I think I played it once and went, this is shit, and uninstalled it.
yeah, I had it on my like Android tablet that I had at the time.
Who had Android?
So I had it, and it was kind of shit because it was like a $10 tablet or 20. I don't remember. It was a cheap one. I just remember that much. So it wasn't great. It didn't run shit and it crashed constantly. But I digress. Um, those are just. You know what? I don't play it anymore, but for the longest time, my guilty pleasure was Love Live School Idol Festival.
Is that really a guilty pleasure? I mean, was the game bad?
It was not, but I know idol like anime idol games are considered cringe to a lot of fucking people. But I played it like fucking crazy for like 3 solid years
Fair enough.
until I fucking lost my original,
Yeah, that would make
and
me stop playing.
they could not retrieve it. I tried. I cried for days. I had sunk like 3 years into that, and I tried to replay it. There's something about losing that shit that kills it for you.
Stella's a mobile gamer. She's not a real gamer.
Oh my god.
Also, I do have everyone else's answers to read off.
Go ahead. I was like trying to think. My hand.
Um, for the Green Machine, Final Fantasy 13,
Mm-hmm.
which honestly, I was not a fan of the game because it was advertised as open progression, but all of the skill trees were very linear, and I held that against the game personally, and I shouldn't have. Because looking back, it's a good game. I just didn't like it.
They just lied.
Uh,
Is what it
for
sounds.
Neb, Huron Kingdom isn't a guilty pleasure, but Oven Break is. So Oven Break is their guilty pleasure. You see, I don't see how Oven Break is the guilty pleasure compared to Kingdom. Because even though I exclusively play Kingdom, I feel like Kingdom's more of the guilty pleasure.
That makes me think about the guilty pleasure music. You know?
Let's see. For Kingslayer, the WWE 2K wrestling games. Fair enough. Fair enough. For me, a game that is absolutely horrible, but I enjoy. Well, I don't know if they're considered horrible, but they're definitely an older game, and I haven't played it in a long time. Ape Escape for the PlayStation. It was a simple, fun, little silly game. The apes had escaped containment. They were given hyper intelligence by the bad guy, and the whole premise was you ran around and caught them in a net. I know, riveting gameplay.
That's amazing.
Oh my lord, I just. Oh. I'm gonna admit the sad truth here. I've only legitimately ever played the Ape Escape 1 demo. I've wanted to play Ape Escape 1 through 3 for the longest time, even though I heard 3. I heard there was a third one, and I heard it exists. I've heard that that's people's opinion on it. It exists. Hitting Oven Break is held together with chewed bubblegum and a paperclip. And that's insulting to bubblegum and paper clips. Wow. Fair, but wow. I'm still reading through. I just wanted to give my answer before I forgot because I finally figured out my answer.
Oh.
Dial Town is Dee's guilty pleasure. Which, I'll be honest, it's got to be one because I don't even think I've heard of Dial Town.
So what's yours?
I gave mine. The So yeah, when it comes to the other kind, because Dee got interested, champions. That's the only hint I'll give.
What is that?
Have champions.
Nope, not pressing into that. Anyways. There we go.
I'll send you the Steam page for
Oh.
for Dial Town.
Alright.
All right, I'll take a look at it.
Um.
Let's see, we got any more questions that people could think of at the moment, or are we moving on to some more Am I the Assholes?
I feel like that's a threat at this point. That's all I feel like it is at this point. Because some people are just like.
I'm sure people would love to hear our opinions on people's ethical dilemmas.
You know, people constantly cheating and shit like that. I'll give it a minute before I pull up. Because I had a couple pages ready.
So how's your part of the? Oh wow, you've made some progress.
Oh, yeah.
Still have a lot to do, but
Yeah.
we're doing good progress. What upcoming games are you most excited about? Sonic Shadow Generations.
But right
I
now.
would be excited for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link because I know that's going to be coming out before Kingdom Hearts 4. But, it's living up to its title. It sure do be missing. There's some other games I'm excited about. Do DLCs and expansions count? Because if so, I expect that one out of Adonis. Screw you. But no, seriously, do DLCs and expansions count? Because if so, the expansion for Diablo 4 I'm excited about. Mostly because I want to try out that new class that looks like Druid on steroids.
Druid on steroids.
As someone who's played Druid every season, I have to try it.
Must. Oh,
There's a few other games I've been kind of looking forward to, but uh, those are the two that came to mind immediately. Yes, the cracked Druid.
me.
People wanting Kingdom Hearts 4 updates when we haven't even got a missing link updates are tripping. True. I would okay, correction. I would want a Kingdom Hearts 4 update that's literally just, hey, look, we're still working on it. Have a missing link trailer.
Oh, I know it is. Fucking Outlaws.
Outlaws?
Star Wars Outlaws.
Ah, I forgot about that.
Seen like commercials and advertisements for it. It's kind of good, but I also don't want to get my hopes up too much. Because a lot of times that shit does not pan out good. I really too excited or disappointed. But
That's fair.
Sparkling Zero?
I'm shocked you didn't mention Sparkling Zero? What's Sparkling Zero?
Oh no. Is Spark?
Oh, sparking. Sorry, the sparkling part of that caught me off guard.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I am excited for Budokai Tenkaichi 4, because let's be real, that's what it is. Because of localization things. Uh, Sparking Zero, the Sparking series is Tenkaichi series. It's Japan title. However, since, a lot of things are getting relocalized between regions to all share the same title, when they decided to revive the Tenkaichi series, they gave it the Sparking title. Oh, I'm not meaning to. Okay, sorry, I was nerding. I did not mean any offense or anything.
What? Oh.
But yeah, no, okay, I am excited for that, but I'm also hesitant because the Tenkaichi games are a gem. They are the best Dragon Ball fighting games ever. Now, I'd specify fighting games. They would have just been straight up the best Dragon Ball games ever, except Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's pretty damn solid. If I'm being honest. We need more games in the style of Kakarot, but not too many. Maybe only like one or two. Maybe something that covers the Super Saga, since the anime has ended. and then they can make other sagas from the manga or the movies as DLC. What about you?
What do you mean?
I don't remember if you answered the question.
I did.
Oh, my bad.
We'll give it another minute.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Going back just a little bit while we wait for a potential another question is, yeah, no, we're not going to get any substantial Kingdom Hearts 4 updates before we get Missing Link updates, unless they decide to cancel Missing Link for some reason. Uh, RGG has been hinting at a new Yakuza game that I'm curious about, and Assassin's Creed Shadows looks fun. It does look fun. I just haven't really played an Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag. So there's a lot of story I would need to catch up on. Also, Black Flag pirate ship battles, top tier.
That reminds me of the old like Pirates of the Caribbean game. That ship.
I fell pretty hard into Valhalla. Valhalla is also one I've heard is interesting.
Nada.
Uh, Now, if we get a question while we're reading, we'll circle back to it. What story do you have for us next?
Uh. Oh, this one's gonna be loaded as shit. Oh no. Oh god. This one's. I don't remember if I told you, but the easy case is Valhalla.
You did not.
You did not, but that.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Alright, so apparently this is a loaded Am I the Asshole, so this is going to be a fun one to tackle.
Alright.
Oh, what Pokemon fan game would you be interested in playing if you haven't yet? I feel like that is, because of how Nintendo has ears, is in theory a risky question to answer. Because the fan game I want to play is one I've started but never got far in, but it is publicly discontinued. And I cannot say more on that because I don't want to risk causing issues.
Which is fair.
Yeah, they got their cease and desist, and it is very difficult to find them.
I haven't looked in the community in years when it comes to the mod. Because Nintendo's such a little bit of hard ass on it.
Yeah. It's not illegal to play or talk about fan games. I know, but if it's not that it's illegal to talk about them. I'm not worried about legal repercussions for me. I'm worried about Nintendo somehow figuring out that they're still operating despite having a cease and desist. Because that would be a legal problem for them.
Let's see.
Because I don't want to imagine the legal fallout if Nintendo were to find out that
They didn't listen.
find out that the fan game is still operating, just not on a website. Nintendo is very thorough.
I honestly haven't played it.
PMMO is something I can talk about though, because I think it technically doesn't break Nintendo, and I don't remember if they've ever gotten a cease and desist because they outright say you have to own a copy of the game and you have to create your own ROM, but you know, internet. But it's basically Pokemon Online. I think that's the safest answer I can give. You kind of gave yours. What's your favorite dinosaur?
I, honest to God, don't have one. Can I
I
just say a
am a
lizard?
Stegosaurus.
I just say a lizard? I mean,
No, especially since there's proof that they may have been feathered creatures.
what?
Yeah,
I did not know that. What the
yeah, some
fuck?
scientists are like, oh yeah, the T Rex might have had feathers, which helps explain why the chicken is their closest relative.
Oh dear God.
But yeah,
Oh,
no, purely because of ASDF movie, I am a Stegosaurus. Chicken is best dinosaur. See, I don't know those dinosaurs off the top of my head.
yeah.
Chicken is best dinosaur.
I've had
Very
a,
tasty.
I've had a lot of hyperfixations, but dinosaurs was not one of them.
Okay. I have the statue fountain done.
Cool. Um. Else?
I'm not seeing anything else. So what is this loaded AMA?
Oh dear God.
Sorry, not AMA.
Okay, am I the asshole for making sure my wife slept through her uncle's funeral and then lying to her about it?
I I feel like the immediate answer is yes. Also, Diablos have big horns and their head frill, quote unquote, was more prominent.
Good.
Ah, so they were big, pretty boys.
So,
The answer is already yes.
all right. 36 male. Married to my high school sweetheart, and I love her so much. We already have two daughters, 6 and 4, and she's about 6 months pregnant with another. My wife has had a difficult upbringing in many ways. She comes from a large Catholic family with lots of cousins, aunts, and uncles. I'll also note that this family is prominent in our hometown. They basically run the place and have for decades. And there's a lot of money in the mix, as well as desire for them to be seen as a successful family. A lot of them also take a lot of pride in being part of their crew, which which is why I think many of them try to silence my wife. Wow.
What?
Um.
Okay, that's a choice of
Okay.
words. That is a very choice of words.
Um. My wife had a creepy POS grandfather who. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
it's
Okay.
this story. Nope,
Hmm.
nope. I know this story. I don't think we can talk about this one on
Okay.
stream.
Did things. Whatever. I won't get my opinions on this, but if I did, I'd be writing a novel. While wife didn't say anything, she was vocal to her extended family. Her extended family didn't believe her, and her uncle Tim was a dick. And wow, oh my god, yep, nope, nope.
We can't talk about that one.
It's monetized if we do that. So let's,
Um,
yeah, no wonder it was loaded.
yeah, no. If I remember that story, long story short, no. Only be the guy, if I remember the story right, the only reason he would not be considered an asshole is because he knew that if she had been, you know, conscious for the funeral, she would have caused an argument with her family that would have gotten her disowned.
So no, you're not the asshole. Okay.
That doesn't mean I think he did the right thing.
Yeah. The answer is all yes.
I also have a personal investment in that story for a reason.
Oh god. Um, I'll give it another minute for another question. If there's no question, I'll go back because I did not expect that. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, we can't talk about no touching on the channel.
No, I know that's what you called it. Jesus, Dave, what the fuck?
It is the most PG way I can refer to it
Yeah.
on stream.
Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get it. That's why I stopped. I was like trying to jump around, and I'm like, I can't jump around this. This would have had to be like a planned script jump around.
Yeah.
Or, large window. Large window. Ooh. When there's so little dirt that you can actually just see specks whenever you flash it. I agree with our resident spaghetti. Was it an
Yeah.
asshole now? No. Was it correct now? Also no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear God. All right. I don't see anything. So this one, I actually kind of, I'm reading through it. I don't see anything that's gonna get us, Um, am I the asshole for not comforting my brother after his wife cheated on him again?
Okay, hold on. Already, I'm at the. I already have to question the word again.
It's right in the beginning. They'll tell you.
Again.
About 9 years ago, my brother's wife left him for another man. She was cheating on him all that time. My brother was devastated. They married very young, and I was always against it. I had my brother in my apartment for months. He had fallen into a severe depression. I was the one who paid for his psychologist since he didn't have the money at the time, and even lost his job because he didn't want to move from the couch or to bathe. They even gave him a bath. That is a sibling, man. I'm just saying that's a hell of a fucking sibling. There, I feel like there are a lot of siblings out there that wouldn't do that shit. Like it's one thing to like try and support, but it takes
How am I supposed to
just
get
Jesus.
there?
You gotta finagle, believe me. I wasn't bothered by that. I did everything for my. She had just left and blocked him everywhere. She simply confessed to him that she had been cheating for a year and that she was in love with the man. 4 years after, when my brother was finally starting to recover, she reappeared. The typical thing happened. She and her lover were no longer together. She had begun to receive psychological help and changed completely. She felt regretful. She was really sorry, etc., etc. I told my brother all the time, cut contact with her for the sake of his mental health. He did not. He had a bad feeling, and I could smell the shit from afar. He started to justify her past actions all the time by saying that she changed. They were too young. She was having problems, etc., etc. And he would get angry when I told him that she is still a bitch. Now, granted, that was probably not the right thing to say.
No, probably not the right word choice, but I can see where the sentiment, the concern came from.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is a guy, but then again, I can see a woman doing this too. But I digress. Shortly after, they got back together. And my brother cut all contact with me because I didn't accept their relationship and he didn't want anyone to come between them. I told him to fuck off and we didn't talk anymore. Now, my brother has reappeared at my house after years without him wanting to talk to me, only to tell me that his wife has cheated on him again, but this time they have children. In the past, I would have let him in, hugged him, and everything, but he has gone years without even inviting me to meet children. He has not spoken to me to congratulate me on my pregnancy or on my marriage.
Oh
Okay,
well.
so it is a
Okay,
sister.
so it is a sister.
I even invited him to my wedding, and he didn't come. Oh, dear God. I told him that at this moment I can't let him be in my house, which is actually true because I can't have that kind of stress. He told me that we are siblings and he needs me, but I told him that I needed him too, but he wasn't there. And he cut me off for that woman. We had an argument, and my husband ended up kicking him out because I was already crying. He's staying with our parents, and my mother just tells me it's not the time to hold a grudge against him and he needs to meet. But I can't forget how he didn't think twice before cutting off all contact with me for her. Am I the asshole?
I mean, you're just doing what he did to you. Is that the right response? I don't think so. I don't think having that petty of a response is the right response. You are being a little bit of an asshole, but I feel like it is a justified asshole because you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. If I was willing to let someone like that back into my life, I'd be on better terms with my sister.
Here's my thought on it. I don't think she was the asshole. I think that the way she went about it years before, calling the woman a bitch and stuff like that, I don't think that was the right way to go about it. I digress. In this moment, telling her brother, no, I'm not letting you in, I'm not comforting you. After years of no contact that he initiated, and then suddenly he has where something happens and he now needs her? No. No. You cannot come to me because now you need me. She had tried to warn him. Yeah, no, the brother cut her off completely and only came back when he needed something. Like, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
It's one thing. How did I do that? There we go. It's one thing if it's like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been a little bit different had it just been come back like years later. They're still talking, blah blah blah, and then he gets his heart broken. Okay, that's a little more of a you kind of being a like I get it. There's an I told you so there, but that's being a little more of an asshole. No, he fully told her to fuck off. Didn't attend her wedding. Didn't want her to meet his kids. And now he's in this situation. And now he's wanting comfort?
Oh yeah, no, like I said, the OP, the woman is fully justified. And I think people are agreeing. Dee saying like choosing not to deal with it during pregnancy is a genuine health thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to deal with that potential risk of that much stress could cause a miscarriage. Yeah.
It can.
Oh, and I fully agree with OP. The brother cut her off completely and only came back after he needs something. Yeah, no. I think the sibling, the OP is justified.
Mm-hmm.
It's they may have been an asshole in the past, which did help lead to that situation. But the problem herein lies is that they were just being blunt with their sibling. There's nothing inherently wrong with being blunt with a sibling.
It's like
Especially when you're looking out for their best interest and they just completely disregard you.
Yeah. No,
And then cut you out of their life because they thought were wrong. Only for when you're right, they come back crying and begging.
I think I'm also upset with the mother because the mom's like, he needs you now. You mean when she's pregnant? Again? I'm just saying, at that point, you've been pregnant. You know the risks that that can occur. when pregnant, what shit you should avoid. Fortunately, like, this is probably the most critical time for her to say no. I can't help you. Because God forbid that she did take him in. What if he wanted the same type of stuff as when it happened the first time? Bathing, all that, living on her couch. She can't do that at the moment. If he's expecting the same treatment, because he fell into a heavy depression, and God knows the fucking bullshit that's gonna go on now that they've had kids.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't
Ones
fall on
ones
her,
ones that the OP was not allowed to see, and I don't even think fully knew about, maybe potentially,
mm-hmm,
until the brother came back. So that's
right.
another layer to add to that. Just throwing that in there while you're going.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when kids are in the mix of a divorce, especially whenever it's not amicable, that shit can get nasty really fucking quick. Just, and if somebody was prone to depression the first time around he got fucking cheated, without the kids and without any of the other stuff, just those, like, she'd have to possibly not only provide support for him, but God forbid, say the mom didn't want the kids, or the mom tried to take away the kids and say, no, you can't see the kids no more. There's so many, like, different things that can happen that could absolutely increase the already stressful environment.
Mm-hmm.
And to expect that of her while she's pregnant, he should have realized the moment he saw her pregnant, this isn't going to happen. But no, he didn't. He only thought of himself in that moment. Kind of like whenever he just showed up at the door. It's not that easy. That's the big thing. It's not that easy.
Yeah, no. Uh, I mean, parents are worse in this case, if anything. Knowing he didn't even go to her wedding, expecting her to take him in while pregnant, asshole behavior. I mean, this is why I'm bad at these kind of stories, because this story reads petty and loaded in a way that I don't believe this person's perspective.
Oh God, you should have. I don't know if you were in here earlier for the one for like the two-parter we found, but the guy. I don't think you were in here. I don't think we had you come in yet. But the guy, I had pulled it up because it was like the first one we did, and the first thing that it said on there was, as my prior post says, I'm like, prior post? This is a two-parter and you didn't tell us? So the initial post really made the guy out to be
An asshole.
tall asshole who like was like calling his girlfriend controlling, was like not wasn't really giving us much details, all this and that.
It
Then
was
we get
petty
to
and
part
loaded.
two.
Part one was petty and loaded, and I 100% thought the guy was being an asshole.
Yeah. Then we get to part two. And he includes details. What the first part was, am I the asshole for drinking? He didn't drink much. He was having a drink. His girlfriend at the time saw it, got mad, and then blocked him. And the way he was talking about her, it was just loaded. It was like, you're being a dick. And then you get to part two, and he starts bringing up details. He's like, she was expecting me to. We had a conversation because, now that we've broken up, I can bring this up. She had expected me to marry her in 9 months. And I'm like, okay. We only just started dating 3 months ago. Whoa, what? And we had a whole thing where we were like, you know, everybody's ready at different paces. But the guy had made it clear that he wasn't. He was in college. He was doing flight school. And he wasn't ready to settle down. He didn't want a family. And he was very, very upfront with her on that. And the more after I saw that, I'm like, okay, why was this not included in the first one?
Yeah, like
Because this makes you seem the first one made you seem like a dickhole.
yeah, because just calling your girlfriend of the time
Controlling.
controlling because she wanted you to stop drinking, like because it made her uncomfortable. How it's like if you all have been together for a long time, why are you doing something that makes her uncomfortable, or why haven't you talked about it in order to find an understanding and common ground? Communication is key to any relationship.
Hmm.
And then we learn that she's trying to control his whole life and wanted to marry him and only been with him for 3 months. And I'm like, that's a
That's alarming. That's alarming, especially that fast.
is that a red flag? Fucking crimson.
Crimson as fuck. Now, granted, I say this: people, relationships have different speeds. Stated this earlier. People have different speeds at which they are ready or feel like they're ready in a relationship. There are people who walk into a relationship and feel like, oh, I could get married to this person right away. Or you got people who it takes them a few years.
And this guy was clearly a I need time kind of guy.
Like they had only just started dating. And she already was giving him ultimatums. And that was that that in and of itself, to me, raised a humongous red flag. I was like, no, oh my god, no.
And we are a little biased and we can't fully comment on the story without admitting our bias because we got engaged on our 1 year anniversary.
That also was we were ready and
And we also agreed that we were getting engaged. It's not like we had to get married like the next day.
yeah, that's fine. Different aspects of different relationships are okay. You do not there is not a set time stuff. There never has been. But some people like to put a time. But I digress. It's a whole different thing.
You're also sickeningly sweet.
Who?
Look, us.
Who said that?
D.
Bitch.
I ain't that sweet.
Um no, I gotta ask, are there any questions that people want to throw in chat? Or I go looking for another one?
Another thing with Am I the Asshole stories is I can kind of agree. It's hard for the people to tell their stories while being as impartial. Trust me, I know. Oh my god. But
Oh,
it's hard for people to give these stories without being biased and partial, even though they're trying not to be, because they have to not be in order to have their story, make sense and be fairly judged. Tell us how you met. That's
oh
hold
god,
on.
that's a loaded one.
That there's a slash J there. If we don't have to answer that one.
Please no. Like only because that comes with some loaded ass history. Um, that just there's a lot there.
There is.
There's a lot there, and I really that's gonna start its own thing, and mm-mm. I will say we were friends before we dated.
Yes.
I can say that with absolute certainty. Um,
Oh no, trust me, I get it. I only say it in jest. Yeah.
yeah, we were friends before we were together, and it's another thing to say about us. And we were both single when we finally decided to start really getting to know each other.
Kingslayer, what was your first date?
Oh Lord,
Virtual date or in person date? Because for one of us living in the state that we're in now, and the other one living in Florida, uh, dates had to be Discord calls for the longest time. Realsies date. Okay.
Oh,
So
good
we
lord.
decided to meet in, I think I can say this state safely, uh, Georgia.
Yeah.
We decided to meet in Georgia. The plan was that we would go to a hotel. We happened to go to the same hotel, which was funny. We didn't even realize it at first, I don't think.
No.
Um, and we would meet at the mall that was near there. We would hang out for a while, get some food, and we also planned to see a movie, I think, but I don't remember if that actually panned out or not.
Yes. Yes, it did.
I just don't remember which movie. I know it
I
was a
do.
Spider-Man movie because almost
It,
every time we've gone to a date
it was um, the most recent one. Um,
across the Spider-Verse,
no.
into the
No.
Spider-Verse,
Um, Way Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Because we both cried when Aunt May died.
Yeah.
Also, we were about ready to lose our shit because there were some kids that were like younger than us.
We say kids just because they were younger. They were
They must have been like 18.
they knew better.
They knew better, and they were just acting like dicks. And that's saying something considering we literally went to see Deadpool and Wolverine, and the kids that were in our local movie theater were much better behaved.
18 is still kids. Spoilers, Jay. That kind of date eyebrow wiggle.
Oh,
Oh
good
my
god.
god. No,
Um,
that didn't happen.
no, but
Might have thought about
so I brought people with me because, of course, I'm not gonna, go to another state by myself, meet, meet up on my own. That's,
it. We had been dating for a while, but even I have to admit, when I was told that, I was like, yeah,
yeah.
of course, fucking do that.
So we had but,
They
but they,
abandoned us pretty fast
yeah,
to go on their not date. I'm sorry.
we're not gonna start on that.
I still think your sister has some things that they're not admitting to themselves.
Well, that friendship's like on and off constantly.
I know, but moving on.
Hang on. Yeah, so for like 3 hours, we spent it in the mall, hanging out before the movie. I think the movie was same night.
Yes. Because I remember it was a really weird thing where it was like basically it was we got there, and because of how late I got there, it was basically we get there, sleep, we meet up the next day, we have our date, then we uh oh, that's why I can't move forward. And then we go back to the hotel rooms, and then we go our own ways back home. So it was
No,
basically a one day date.
and I'm gonna bring this up because I still remember this very vivid.
Are you
Is
going to talk about the dude?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the dude. I still can't believe you remember that. Oh my god. Just
I have a really bad memory, but there are some things I don't think I'm going to be able to easily forget.
So, of course, we were very upset because we didn't want to, go home and go back to what it was, and is that's hard. It's very hard to go hours back, like to be together, and then suddenly you have to go apart again. It's hard. Um, so of course we were giving each other hugs, kisses, and we just out of the fucking blue, we're like
Being awkward.
but in the same sense, we're sad. But we have where we're hugging and just he goes to walk back in to go get his stuff because I had already packed up because we were gonna have a longer drive,
Ah, shit. Okay,
and
no.
I think my sister had to work the next day.
Yeah.
Um, and he starts to walk back in, and just these people that had parked not far from us. Literally, the guys, one of them, a guy just sees us doing this, and as he's heading back in, you want to tell him? You want to tell him?
Uh, yeah, the guy was just like, "What are you doing? She loves you, bro."
Oh my
And
god.
for context, it was like he looked like the friendliest guy I had seen in a while. And it was just, and he was an older gentleman. I think he was with his wife. Well,
Oh
I
yeah.
say older because he was older than me. He's probably in his 40s, so he's not actually old.
What's said late 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just yells across the fucking parking lot. You can probably hear it from the fucking. There was a Cracker Barrel right next door.
Oh, you know the people at Cracker Barrel heard and was like, "The
Just like,
fuck?"
and just this motherfucker, if I remember correctly, you just yell, "I love you," and it just that solid that just made it so much better. It made everything so much better.
Where is that missing dirt? I am getting driven crazy. Adonis, you don't take out the dirty laundry you hid on stream. Shaking my head. What? What dirty laundry? Y'all are smarter than me. I shared a hotel room with my boyfriend immediately after driving 10 hours to get there. Y'all practice safely.
What the shit?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
don't worry about it. Just agree that we did it safer than D and move on.
What? Wait, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. I literally don't.
This ledge is driving me crazy. There's some.
Yeah, that was the first official date.
It was a mall date, which is why whenever we went on vacation, we decided to make another mall date. Because it just seemed fitting.
And that's when I found out he's obsessed with Dave and Buster's.
I didn't even know I was obsessed with Dave and Buster's. It was a revelation to me, too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop taking out the laundry.
taking out the laundry. What do you mean taking out the laundry? I'm so confused. Dee, message.
Sickeningly cute, like I thought. Adult Chuck E. Cheese with booze. I actually didn't drink it at all that weekend.
Yeah, actually, neither of us did. It was nice. There was really no need. We
It was so relaxing.
we did garden and we just chilled.
Where is the dirt? Where is it?
God, and they got a bunch of fucking nerdy places too. I was very sad to
No
leave that
drinking.
shit.
What a couple of squares. Oh my lord. My boyfriend likes to dab me up, Jay. He was holding my hand at one point and started dabbing me up without thinking. Oh my god, uh, that's adorable though.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so that was our first official date. We now make it a thing to definitely try and see Spider-Man movies. Oh, got stuck. Didn't even realize until I looked over while laughing. Oh,
Yeah. The move.
I don't see any dirt on this ledge. There.
Look at me. Check it.
Took the time to change how you look. Nice.
I forgot how to do that, and then I found it, and I'm like, yeah.
All right. Going back over here. He did retaliate by giving me a new crippling cardboard addiction, though. Ah, yes. Magic the where did my wallet go?
Where's my wallet? Where's my water? Where's my wallet?
Wait, have you been buying attachments and upgrades?
No, my attachment and upgrades were already on there.
Oh. Me and Green's first date, by my definition, was a movie night to go see The Northman. She's really into Vikings. It was a fun time. That's
yeah, that tracks. I love that.
D. What do you mean you have a $200 deck? I didn't know your deck cost that much. It was a good movie? That's good. Shh. Will you shush me? I will talk about it. $200 deck. What are you doing? Playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
That
I know how ridiculous Yu-Gi-Oh decks get in cost.
is fair, but still. It's in the. Why is this in the crack ass corner?
Also, DE relatable. I used to play Commander. I put a lot of money into that game. Commander is one of the most expensive formats of Magic, to be fair. Especially if you're building your own deck. Standard, I'd say, because you got to keep up with the meta. At least Commander, you can make a deck and it stays. Uh, that is a fair argument. My only counter argument as to why I think Commander is still arguably kind of more expensive is because some cards that are legal in Commander are not legal in other formats. So they are a bit expensive. I still say Kingslayer and I's first date was sitting in my apartment making Pathfinder second edition characters. But we have different definitions of date. Also a valid date.
Yeah.
I don't know. Consider our first date. Me and my boyfriend. I don't know if the game store in Magic counts as one, or the one I specifically cited as a date. The little burger restaurant. Oh.
Oh.
One of your cards alone was $40. I believe it. I believe it. Reminds me of the like $250, $300 Giratina that Stella owns.
You mean the one that I bought for
The full art?
the full art? Yeah. Yeah. You need to tell the people that I didn't buy it for $300, first off.
You bought it in a pack.
Yes, I got it. I pulled that shit.
You said you owned it. I didn't say you bought it.
I technically bought it, but I didn't buy it for that. But it's one I don't think I will sell for. That shit is too fucking beautiful. Stubby gun. Stubby. Stubby, stubby, stubby.
See, I can't change my loadout. Forget what button it is.
Oh no, I'm using controller.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nah,
I
man.
probably have some expensive Pokemon cards. You might.
Well, it doesn't help that the first real, like, decent ass card I got fluctuates in values to this day. At the time.
While they're looking that up, does anyone have any questions? I have my older ones. My dad is going to send me out. So, ooh,
Babe,
what?
the guillotine is up to 369.
369.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost. Wow.
And that first one, the first card,
Mm-hmm.
$175 currently on the.
Wow, the price on that went up.
Oh yeah, I have always kept that one because I was like, it is the prettiest. Like, granted, black and white Pokemon is not my favorite series, but the Bianca full art card was a very pretty one, and I knew it was something because the card itself is literally. Yeah, let me pull it up. It's a trainer card. It's full art trainer. And it's literally draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. That's it.
That-
No other stipulation.
That's busted.
That's busted. You don't have cards like that. You have cards that are close to that, but you have to do something else. So, that's why it's so high. You try and try to find something like that. Mm-mm. You're not really gonna find it.
Oh, that face. That was put in chat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got a couple $100 worth of cards just sitting, just in my collection. Properly, call it?
Sleeved.
Sleeved. Yes, properly sleeved, mind you. You don't need the stubby gun. Need the long extension. Look at this. Let us go.
It's okay. I'm horrible at sleeving mine.
I was for the longest time because I was like, I didn't really fully understand. Like, whenever I got told how much the one card was, they sleeved it for me right then and there.
The Giratina?
And they told me, you should hold on to that. This was a place where I was looking to sell it. No, the Bianca.
Ah.
I was 17. And I was trying to look for money. And they were like, hold on to that. That's going to increase in value. And that's exactly what I did.
My worth in them comes from if I like the card or not. That is a perfectly valid way to price your cards.
I mean, mine's purely on the artwork. That's always been something I've been. But Just I saw that Giratina and I was like,
Yeah, the wifey cards are pricey.
yeah, that too. Which is weird because people hated her ass when she first came out.
Wouldn't even surprise me if people still hated her, but when the card's good, the card's good.
No, 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 no. When Black 2, White 2 came out, they made her more musty. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shiny Zoroark GX, my beloved.
Let's see. I also have where before um they made a pack at one point, like one of those trainer packs that has like one specific. It's like a box, and a lot of. It'll have a big version and then the small versions of the same card. And I pulled this card before it got put into that box, and it was the it was from Fusion Strike, and it was the alternate art for Mew. So for Mew, they had both arts and then the big one. So I had pulled the alternate, and it was like a $60 card. But the moment that the thing came out, it dropped to like 20, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping this. And you know what? It's gone back up to 70. Let's see, can I order this in terms of price? Yes, I can. Um. Oh, that Rayquaza went up. The one with what's her name
Hmm.
on it? Yeah, that went up. Um,
That doesn't surprise me.
that Clefable I have is $20.
Uh,
The old one I bought for like $5.
yeah.
Yeah, it's $20. My Darkrai Rainbow GX, $20. Um, Light. Let's see, don't know. I don't know if I have that one still.
English and Japanese Hisuian Zoroark V-Stars? Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, Overside. Um, 2B. Uh, yeah, a couple of different ones just went up. Of course, you've got the ones that are not worth that much, but I still keep them. Like, there's the Pokemon Sword Shield Pokemon Go card. It's only 41 cents, but it's got, like, Pikachu with one of the Pokemon Go presents on it. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck how, like, worthless this is. That's adorable. Um, that's another thing. Like, some people, like, value them for how rare they are. A lot of them are not valued, I think. But I digress. Why is that?
Aha.
Look at this, hun. This Snorlax, $7.
Why is it? Oh,
Yeah. I could have sworn I gave that to your mom, actually.
I think you did.
His mom's favorite Pokemon is Snorlax.
She just loves Snorlax.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, there are certain ones that I'm just like, I'm never giving them up. Not sorry about that. Ah, let's see.
I found the extensions.
I was gonna say, you haven't been using them?
No.
Sir! Concerned.
I didn't need them. was able to reach everything just fine
Okay.
till I wasn't.
That's word extension.
Give me y'all's favorite Pokemon so you can get a card in the important Pokemon tin. Are there any games this series you would like to get into? All right. The second question that I said out loud came first. So I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of it. Uh, so I'm going to look that up in a second. But before I do, I've always kind of been interested in the Dot Hack series. I read the Twilight Bangle manga, not knowing what it was, and I enjoyed it. That's about it. I know that there's games. I know that they're all to a certain extent interconnected. And getting into the lore of the Dot Hack series is like getting into the lore of Kingdom Hearts. You'll regret it and enjoy it. So it sounds like my cup of tea. Let me finish this one small section. Then I'm going to look that up while Stella gives their answer.
Uh, well, I've been very vocal about this when I do play it. Assassin's Creed, and I'm starting with 2 because I was told to start with 2 to start with that with God, his name escapes me. God damn it.
Ezio Auditore.
Yeah, Ezio. They were like, they're like, that's the start of his story. That's a good place to start. Okay, do that. So I'm trying to get that, and like I like the premise of it so far. I just know I'm gonna have to get through at least what I have, and then kind of make a judgment call because I think basing it off of one game is not great, especially in early 2000s. Because I know that a lot of shit has changed
Mm-hmm.
in terms of graphics, in terms of storytelling. So it's just
You haven't even gotten to the real story of Assassin's Creed 2.
it doesn't feel like I have.
You haven't.
Like it either feels like either this is going by too fast or I haven't reached the meat of the stew yet.
The meat is there. The pot just isn't boiling yet.
Yeah. So
Also, I looked up the name of the other series I'm thinking about.
which is
It is Artonelico. Artonelico. It's I've always found the music interesting when I've listened to it, and I know that there's a game series for it, so I've kind of been curious.
understandable. Me too. Let's see.
Let's see.
One because that series has highs and lows and everything in between.
For that.
Yeah.
Let's see. My favorite. Babe, you know my favorite Pokemon better than I do.
Uh, off the top of my head, um,
Anything cute.
yeah,
I pretty much like any Pokemon that's cute.
yeah, he's not wrong.
I would 100% be a fairy type trainer.
Mm,
Or just a cute trainer.
cute trainer. I was gonna say, not all fairies are cute. I can say that for fucking sure.
Yeah, but there's a good chunk of them that are.
There are also some cute electric types and cute water types.
True.
Cute is not just fairy. I definitely say that. I think I'll stick with this. Mudkip. Mudkip's mine. I will always love that boy. Mudkip is my boy. Like, I played it. I ended up. Oh, I did not mean to jump off. Whoopsies. Um, you're in the old Pokemon Dungeon games. Which I think I completed once. That's it. Um, you know those personality quote unquote tests that they give you? I had gotten. So
And you really decided, you know what? That's right.
I was like, water type, some kind. And then it's like, Mudkip! And I'm just like, okay, I can't deny that. Mudkip is cute.
Hmm. Also, are you saying that I am a baby type trainer? That I would use baby Pokemon, like
No.
pre-evolutions? Not you. B.
Ah!
So Mudkip and question mark question mark question mark question mark cute fair. Look me in the face and tell me you that or work at the daycares. I could see myself working at the Pokemon care centers.
Yeah.
I ever told y'all my Gengar had cannon?
No.
No.
Right?
Yeah, no, hit us with it. Ah, shoot.
No.
Oh no.
What?
We haven't got a message in a hot minute, so this must be a long message from D.
No.
Right, so Gengar, right? Ghost type, obviously. OG boy TM. So as ghost as it can get, but also kind of tricksterish. Like, not fully poltergeist, but still, right? Well, yeah. That's to be expected from a Pokemon that's widely considered and accepted to be Clefable's ghost type shadow slash ghost counterpart. I get a feeling you're going to go somewhere different with that. So, where are you going? Okay. So, what is the common thing we see in ghosts, poltergeists, and media, false or real? They can communicate with humans through either mimicking speech patterns or through radio waves. Yeah. Uh, Radio boxes that constantly flip through radio stations are often used as a potential means of communicating with spirits because it's believed that they're able to manipulate what words of what songs come through in order to form sentences. Or if the poltergeist has enough of a connection to the world, they can just straight up talk through it.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely more understanding of what they're saying and more sentence creation and structure than an IRL parrot, but still. Okay. Also, as a side note, while we're waiting for the next part of D's headcanon, uh, it still boggles me that Square Enix made a PowerWash simulator game. Like, I'm happy about it, don't get me wrong, but
Look, they knew they gave too much anxiety inducing games. It's fine.
there was a message before the last. Oh. Well, I read the Not Fully Poltergeist one, and that they can communicate with humans. Definitely more understanding. Yeah, I read all three of those messages.
Good.
Square Enix published PowerWash. They didn't make it. Still.
I think it's more surprising that they.
Point being, this is not the kind of game you expect to see out of Square Enix, from my personal experience.
Extension. Let's go.
Because it's not a game from Square Enix. I know. Did the one specifically about Gengar not show up on your end? Gengar, right? Ghost type, obviously, OG boy. I read that one. So what is the common thing we see? I read that one. I I don't know. About him also kind of being a trickster. I I don't know what I'm supposed to be missing because as far as I know, I'm not. Okay. Sorry.
What?
There is a message that we proper.
What the fuck?
Gengar believe might be the with the right training might be taught to either mimic speech like a parrot or taught to use radio waves. Oh, I can believe it.
Okay. Yeah, that one was unfinished.
That one did not send properly, I don't think. YouTube must have blocked that one for some reason.
Well, I remember the parrot, but it must have not sent everything.
Yeah, I know. I vibe with that headcanon. I could see it.
Literally the 360.
Let's see. Using that in my own trainer cannon though, my Gengar and Zoroark 100% use it to mess with people. Zoroark transforms into someone and Gengar mimics their speech. Oh, that's devious. I like that. Let's see. Does anyone have any new questions?
Had to pull it up.
Yeah, if not, we got Am I the Asshole pulled up for us to review. Any new streaming games coming up on the channel? Well, we are looking at Supermarket Together with you guys, actually. Um, I definitely plan on streaming failing to make a jump. I definitely plan on streaming Sonic Shadow when it comes out. Even if it's just mostly the Shadow part, since the Sonic part's literally just going to be a rehash of what was done before.
As it does. Debbie Gun.
Can't think of any other games specifically that we're doing in the future.
It's one of those. It's one of those like dry spells that we get, where it's like if there's nothing that's like we're uberly excited for, we'll just kind of be like, we could try that. Yeah, that looks cool. Because we do try. We do. We look. We look. We look. Sometimes it just does not pan out like the rest.
Um, I do need to finish Mega Man ZX at some point.
And I just finished 10. But I also need to grind, which has been that is kind of why I haven't touched 10, is that it's been a grind I have not had the mental capacity to take. And I want to be able to be in the mindset to be able to do. And
Sparking Zero is not a game we will be streaming as a series. If we do stream it, it'll be more or less just to be like, hey, does anyone want to do some versus matches on Sparking Zero?
yeah, it'll end up being just like Mario Kart, anything we usually do a PvP kind of deal.
Yeah, and it's nothing against Sparking Zero. It's just I've been told that fighting games may not be,
The most interesting.
especially because let's be real, it probably doesn't have any new story to it that Dragon Ball games haven't already done.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I will be glad to be wrong. Because I know the Tenkaichi games used to be really good about really weird what ifs. Like a story of what if Cell absorbed Krillin instead of Android 18. That was a trip, let me tell you. Yeah, you're definitely at a grinding point in 10. Also, give us a heads up when you want to do the Supermarket Simulator game. Once I'm not sick, we are ready to go. Sounds like a plan to me. I think most of the upstairs is done. It's just cleaning up the downstairs now.
Still going, so please keep asking questions.
If there's any historically, the Tenkaichi games have really good story modes, and a lot of the times do have their own unique storytellings. I still remember the help Piccolo charge the special beam cannon minigame.
What?
Yeah, in one of the games, I don't remember which one. It might have been Budokai instead of Tenkaichi. Don't. But, point being, there was like two mini games that was the versus Raditz fight from different perspectives. It was when Piccolo was charging the special beam mechanic. I'm going to be pedonic. That was Budokai 1. 2 and 3 are co op. Cat Quest games.
Pedantic.
What are the Cat Quest games? I do not know them off the top of my head. I feel like you've talked about them before, but my brain is pulling a blank because PowerWash Simulator is getting to the point of mind numbing.
I saw her play it the other day.
You're a cat on a quest. You know what? I don't know why I asked, because that's all I need to know.
I was gonna say, that's literally the entire game, babe.
Oh. Man. I streamed through Cat Quest 1 a while ago. Ah, shit. I must have missed that. Must have been a day where I was working. Kitty Fantasy RPG. Well, now I know I need to go back and see if I can watch those streams. No, that sounds good. Kitty Quest.
Like I said, there's also the other game, but it's. I'll have to show you. Again, I'll need to show you. It looks like it's got some big.
I guarantee those VODs are long gone. Ah, fair.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! I said get the fuck out of here!
We made most of this without messing with each other. Come on. Kingslayer and I are going to go to co-op. I'm just trying to get through one first. Understood.
Oh, stop it!
That was an accident. That time you ran in front of my stream. Okay. I have thought, and I regret this thought because it is a thoughtful thought, but I have thought about getting the Mega Man Network battle collections and streaming me attempting them.
I mean, we. I'm gonna be honest. We got something that'll let us play older games because it's been all over TikTok, and I'm like, I'll fucking try it, and then whatever. It's $30, and there's a couple of games I want to try out, um, play for sure.
One of which we already know won't work.
And that's only because of the way that the was it the one I wanted or the one that you put
Both.
both? Yeah.
They both have the same issue, but for different reasons. But you pay for something to play older games? I, yeah,
Yeah, because I can do it off of the computer. Because the rest of it is free.
four bells, decorative window arches, door handles.
Sworn I got those, but sir, sorry. Were we last? Oh, yeah, you got that.
Yep, I'm checking those.
Check the Queons too. I think those fell under that. Yeah, Tower Queons. Oh, wait. I think I found. Um, it's not these. I'll check this for the decorative.
Oh, oh,
What?
found one of them.
What was it?
This one. That one up there.
It's that one?
Yep, that one up there. And then that corner right there.
Fucking second. God damn. Here,
I got it.
bitch. Fucking let us go. Ah.
I'm not getting the recap. Oh, now I'm getting it.
Yeah, no, that was good.
I liked watching me systematically take down the fountain.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's.
Lara Croft's obstacle course and quad bike.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh.
Not let me go into it. It's being weird. If I may, if you click on an item in the list that isn't completed, it will flash at you in game. Only the dirty spots will flash. I thought.
No, the entire if you click it, no, she's right.
Oh.
The entire item will flash.
Oh.
You know what? If it doesn't let us, then that means that's a good time to straight. 11:05.
Yep. Yeah, I need you to leave. It'll let you.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. My game is just glitching out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Always wonderful having everyone here.
But we got to go through and do a real just kind of hanging about.
I enjoyed all the questions.
Yeah. But we will be back Tuesday. Not streaming tomorrow.
No, no. Yeah. With that all said, sorry, I was focusing on getting music ready for the outro. We will be seeing everyone next time. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for all the questions, and as always,
Stay awesome.